Hey, what's up, fam? For anyone who's been paying attention to any of the things, kind of been the the word around the anime community, the big name that's been catching a lot of attention in the last week or so is that Goblin Slayer. After the anime came out, and it's been a little bit controversial. For some reason, people are not seeing the name Goblin Slayer with a dude in like a really intense looking like armor suit and then skipping past the summary of what it's about and then watching it anyway and then just saying like, "Oh my god, this triggers me because it's dark." Are all rustled up by it, and then normal people are like, either they really liked it because it's intense, it's really fun, it's really cool, got good action, a classic dark fantasy with its own spin on it. Or there's some people that are like, "Oh no, this isn't for me," whatever. But this video is, if you enjoyed the anime and you're thinking maybe I want to get into the manga, because though the anime actually so far I've been happy with a good soundtrack, pretty nice animation, and just all around so far a delight. Although we're only 2 episodes in, I would also recommend the manga if you want to delve deeper into it. Because though they're doing the main series, I don't know if they're doing everything. Because for this video, I'm going to be talking about the side series of Goblin Slayer. And if you want to get into it, what I would recommend is how you do it. Now, the one that the anime focuses on is the manga adaptation, not the light novel. I haven't checked out the light novel. Light novels are obviously a little bit harder to get overseas for a lot of Japanese series, but there's still more that you can get, and you can get way ahead because I believe that the anime is going to probably get around chapter, I don't know, 13, 14 for this season, and I don't know what they're going to do if I'm sure it'll get a second season, but if you want to dig deep, dig ahead, see a little bit of the tiny bits of stuff they did censor in the anime, I would obviously first say, if you like this, support the industry. Buy, whether you buy physical or digital. If you like something, I would suggest buying it. That's just, yeah, it's just something I would put out there for sure. If you want to try it, I would say try stuff for free. Buy it if you like it. Honestly, if you like it, I think in it you think it deserves your money. A couple bucks every few months to get a volume is should be reasonable. So obviously there's the Goblin Slayer, the straight, or main series that you get in, but I would not recommend Goblin Slayer, the main series first, actually. What I would recommend is Goblin Slayer Year One, because for those who only watch the anime or maybe have just gotten into the manga, you'd notice that they mentioned that he's been doing this for 5 years. So this is the first year of him becoming the Goblin Slayer, because you note he knows what to do. He knows how the goblins think. He in the first episode he talks about how he aims his throwing knives for wherever their necks should be. He's got all this stuff, not just that he has based off of I read it in a book, or I'm just really good. It's he's done it through experience. He's got a lot under his belt that lets him kind of get this done. So this covers a little bit of his training. It covers a little bit more on his origin story, on his backstory, and just the efforts of like his first goblin nest dive, the first like challenges he faced, where he kind of got a lot of his more more set actions and responses to goblins. So definitely check that out if you want to, if you want to see how he started out, which is really cool. I really like the art. What's funny is they're all written by the original author, but the artists are all different. The artists, I think he just does the writing, and then the original one, it's drawn by Korose Kausuke. I don't know how to pronounce names. This one is by Sakata Kento, which I gotta say, all of them have their own different looks to them, different feels, but they're all really good. But with the last one, which is the probably the what you would read after you read the main one, so Year One, then the main one, and then Goblin Slayer: A Brand New Day, because this one is a much smaller one. It's one that isn't required, but I would say read it just because it gives more towards the characters. This one, drawn by Kenu Masahiro, and this one though feels a lot like a slice of life on this series. That you delve a little bit into the daily lives of the characters. There's actually a chapter where you're reading a goblin's thoughts and how they behave, what they think about. They're just kind of like not just like, oh, the goblins are, they're a different group. They're a bunch of, they're misunderstood. No, they're very bad. They're inherently just rotten to the core little creatures. And you'll see that more in the series, but this just the chapter where you get to kind of see into one's thoughts. It just tells a lot more about the goblins. So this one, I would say, definitely check it out. It's not required if you wanted to know, like, if you're like I would say year one is very important. Obviously, you want to know about his origin. You want to know about more of his what it was like when he started out. This one though is just a fun take on some of the characters, which I would, like I said, recommend. It's good. But that kind of leaves it for this video. Honestly, I really like year one. Year one is just intense. Like just like stuff you'd notice like on the first volume. You see him kind of like he's like, let me try and move the volume over here. You see no, he's got no horns, and even in the story, like seeing in the year one of just him losing the two horns on his helmet, and going just about that is a pretty intensive time. So like I said, if you like the anime, I would recommend checking out the manga if you want to get ahead. Otherwise, keep going to the anime. It's awesome, and I won't give any spoilers, but I will say it's about the next couple episodes. It just is going to be a thicker ride from here on out, which I look forward to. So, if you like my content, check out my other videos. I do mostly manga stuff: Fairy Tail, Eden Zero, Black Clover. Hopefully, more Gamblers Parade and anime stuff. The Fairy Tail anime, Radiant, Goblin Slayer. I gotta do my reviews for the Radiant and Goblin Slayer anime. I just realized I haven't done the reviews on those newest episodes. But it's all looks like I'm gonna have something to do and get to that right after this. But otherwise, if you liked the video, also give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you aren't. If you are, thank you very much. But otherwise, thank you very much for listening. Bye.